Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I am working on this wonderful thing here. This is the Helping Hands project or Helping Hand project, and it's going to be a comic slash webtoon, and or wherever we decide to publish, or wherever Jamie decides to publish. It's written by Jamie Wojcik. I have to catch up with his last name. We met online in a writing chat room, and so he's got a story. He asked me if I would draw it. He saw some of my artwork on Facebook, and this is going to be my second comic, but this time I've learned a little something something. So if you were on the web stream before, you would have seen kind of like an idea of what I was drawing, doing the thumbnails and things like that. I need to ask him who the audience is. Hey, Tatted Hearts, how are ya? Who the actual audience is, and that way I could kind of formalize exactly who's what and where and whatnot like that. So anyway, my first web comic for the Webtoons, what is that thing called? Short story contest. I've already submitted that. Good, bad, and indifferent. It's up. It's on Webtoons if you guys want to take a look at it. That might be what I end up drawing this style in, but it will be in color instead of black and white. I should have went color the first time. It would have been much more eye-catching. But it would also taken me twice as long, possibly. So anyway, without further ado, this character, I'm going to see if I can design something that is comfortable for me to draw constantly. I'm going to use some of the brushes that I used in the other comic, Nocturnal Emissions. I'm really feeling rusty because I've been drawing a little Asian guy, and just pretty much fell in love with that character for like 2 months. So now I'm drawing a whole nother guy, and the other guy's still kind of on my mind. You know, he's freaking hot. At least that's my own opinion. So I think that is the key. Is I have to find something that, like, you know, turns me on, keeps me coming back, and makes me wake up in the middle of the night to, like, I gotta draw this guy. He's hot. Ooh, tea, ooh, I want some tea. Okay, so let me see. I've got some source images. Now, part of me wants to do more of a light-hearted look, but now that I know or have an idea that it's a thriller, I'm thinking that the audience is a little bit more mature. Not, you know, go to bed at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. mature, but just a little more refined. No, I wouldn't say that. It's me drawing here. So maybe 17 and up, maybe. And I was thinking of adopting a more comic book style, a little edgier, a little bit more adult. But I still kind of want to use like a kind of like, I don't want to say a Disney look. I want to be able to throw some really good expressions on the characters. So I want to kind of keep them kind of rounded. What is the word? I want to keep it simple. So I'm going to try to keep simple shapes instead of like a lot of what is the word? You know, like the sketchy lines and like defined stuff that I usually do. And then I kind of want an almost anime type style. So you got the eyes, and you got the yeah, we'll have that sort of thing. Okay, so this guy is going to be a classically handsome character. We'll give him kind of anime with anime with nostrils. So we'll give him that sort of kind of look. Let's see. So like, I want to cross between Disney and anime. Cartoon, not cartoon. Much more mature. So the eyes will be smaller, narrower, much more intense looking. Maybe. And then I want more of a rounded feel, like Disney type of thing. Let's see. His nose is kind of like a I don't know, like a stop sign. We'll do that sort of thing. And let's see. And I want to get it to the point where I can just like do a few lines and bam, there's my guy. Because one of the things I've learned from doing the comic is that time is not on your side. And if I'm doing a web series, I need to be faster. Ew, that lip is really small. Let's see, since he's grittier, he's not going to have much lips, I don't think. We'll give him lips, but we won't be like, I don't think we'll be crazy with them. And the cast, the characters that are in the story, it's an ethnic mix, I think, from what I can tell so far. So we'll keep him kind of angular. I like a man with a strong jaw. And go. And like with Disney, we're going to give them the strong brow here for the males. Now this is still rough. This is not final by any means. And right now this is really super stiff. So I want to loosen them up a bit. There was a character that I had on my Facebook that I really liked, but I'm thinking he might be a little too cartoony. Let me see if I can pull him up. I had modeled him after Benedict Cumberbatch, but he looks a little bit more like the guy from Warlock. The way I had drawn him. Let me get to my page. Now, the story that I've been privy to so far has just been kind of like a setup to what's going on, and then the last few pages is when the shit hits the fan, and I'm like, yes, that's what I needed. That's what I needed to keep me coming back. Let me see, because I've got like a lot of windows going on. My page is a little slow. Okay, so let me pop on over. I'm going to bring this over to the screen so we can see it. That's me. Happier times. Let's see. There he is. This is the guy I was thinking of. Come on, baby. Pop on up. Okay, Facebook is being special. There it is. Okay, so something like where it's got a lot of S-curves. Right now I've got a lot of squared off stuff, but I like the feel of the S-curves. Like you see, like this is an S here, this is an S here. Lots of rounded forms, and this would lead really well to something like animated type of thing. So this was my Benedict Cumberbatch. So I'm wondering, just to loosen my hand up a bit, if I can do something similar with this character. Let me see. Let me clear this. I don't like that. I need something that's gonna like really just appeal to me. So let me start off again. The downside is when I draw traditionally, I don't remember what I did to get to where I got there. So let me start off with my basics here. I usually start off with a circle. Because I want the eyes nice and round, I'll draw round. I know this is how I had started one character, and then from end to end is basically where the corners of the eyes will be. And then the top of this circle here, like in the eye socket, you got the eye. This is where the eyebrow would be. And his eyebrows, he's got this look about him. This character is that he's handsome, rugged, but he's still kind of innocent. You know, he's a new, what is it called? Detective. You know, maybe not, maybe he's he's a good guy. He's a good guy. From what Jamie had described is that he's going to go through some shit, is basically. So, with the eye itself, you're not going to see that much. So I'm figuring that when he's just starting out the story, he's going to have this, like this innocent look. So you got your eye bags here. And let's see, his nose was more of like a hexagon. So I like that a nose will like kind of bob and whatnot. Let's see, his cheekbones aren't as sharp, but we'll give him some. Okay, and this is just to get me nice and loosened up here. And I don't know if this is how he's actually going to look. His nose isn't too big, but it's a good size. Okay, so here's the hexagon here. This is the bottom part of it. So his nose will come out like that. And I think I like these noses by like J. Scott Campbell. They look like, let me see if I can find, I don't think I have anything right offhand, but his noses are kind of perky. And I like that. So I think I'll bring it up just a bit. Let's see, I might have to play with this a little bit. Bring it down. And if you can guess who the actor is off of my bad sketching, cool. That would be awesome. The only thing is that the actor that I'm inspired by, he has a lot of facial hair, and I figure with the way he is right now, the facial hair and whatnot will be added when he goes through the stuff, because I figure that a detective, a cop, basically, very few of them have facial hair. I don't know if that's against the regs or that they have to keep a clean appearance or something like that. Now his eyebrows are going to kind of have this look where they come up like that, even though he's not like sad or anything. It's just that's the way his eyebrows are. Okay, and I want that to be perkier. And then it comes back around. This is the nostril. Okay, and then we gotta give him the mouth. And his mouth round is kind of like rounded. He's got a nice strong jaw. It's like if I gave you clues to who he is, you'd guess him right off the bat. So I'm gonna make it harder. So I think what I'll do is I'll try to stylize him as a nice greenhorn, and then a rookie, and then draw him as a more seasoned, just gone through some stuff, gone through the John Wickinator. Yeah, if you've seen John Wick, that man went through some stuff. You'd think his hands would have fallen off by the time he's gotten to the end of the movie. Or he's gotten like carpal tunnel from his trigger finger being activated way too much. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think the anime portion will come in when I go to color. Okay, this is closer than what I had earlier. Oops. Yeah, sometimes when I have to do portraits or things like that, I end up drawing, what's the word, a caricature of them to get the likeness. It could be exaggerated, just things that make it look like them. Let's see. Yeah, he looks very innocent here. Now, the only thing that I know about him is that he is in love with his partner. She does not know that. Or she does know, she plays it off. And he doesn't want to ruin anything. So, but he's a good-looking guy, which is kind of, well, maybe not good-looking to her. But she sees him as a brother, he sees her as a lover. Awkward. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay. Now this guy, he has like a very square face. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Okay, so we got that part right there. Now what he would look like if he went through some stuff. Let's see, we'll throw the fluffy hair, but we'll keep it short. So like this is all that. Let's see. I think we'll open his mouth up. It's like I can't believe I'm going through this shit. Let's see. We'll start with the mouth, with his mouth coming together, and we'll just give him a hint of. Okay, so, and if I was drawing him straight on. Now, majority of the stuff that I had drawn, I did not draw straight on. Let me do this. Turn on the drawing guide. Edit the drawing guide. Change the grid to something a little smaller. There we go. And that way I can try to keep my symmetry. So his jaw is like a little bit up here. His eyes will be about on this level. We'll go ahead and drop a line down. Make this a little smaller. Okay, look. I guess I'm tapping too much. I don't know what this thing is. Whatever that shortcut is, I need to turn that off. Because my... Is it the holding? No. Let me see. This is going to drive me insane. Okay, so if I go to preferences, I don't know. Oh yeah, it was it hand interface? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out eventually. I'll watch a YouTube video. Okay, so get out of that. Do the same thing. Let's see, we'll give him his eyes. And I'm still going to keep that the 5 eyes wide. I do not know why that does that. It's annoying. It's this double tap. What the F? Okay, hold up. How do I... Gesture controls, that's what it was. None of these things are on. I used the 3-finger swipe. Yeah. Tapping will evoke copy paste. Don't need that. Touch and hold. I don't know. It's annoying. I just want that to stop messing with me. It's like, leave me alone. I think it's because my hand is resting on the screen itself. So let me make this bigger so I can stop doing that. No. Maybe I might have to turn this off, turn it back on. It's always when I have a video. I wasn't doing it at all when I was drawing earlier. Okay. So far this guide's not making me want to get up. Okay, so let's see. I can't hear you. Let's see where his mouth is. It's right here. His eyes are huge. Let's see if we can make them smaller. Do this. Oops, didn't want to erase, but that's okay. And I'm thinking about giving him... Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, his cheekbones, about like right here. He's got wide jaw. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not in the chat. Let me get back in there. There we go. Oh, you have no idea, Tatted. Yeah, I was drawing some hot guys. I don't know, or a hot guy. Hey Ian, thanks for the like. I truly appreciate it off of Instagram. Yeah, I won't be winning the $15,000, so I can't quit my life of crime. But I think if I would have had it in color, I think I would have gotten a better response. That and a lot more time, because I left a lot of things open. A lot of what is it called? No, like when you don't plot holes. I left a lot of plot holes. Okay, so right now this guy looks a little pathetic. Okay, kind of like victimize me, please. And the hairstyle's not unlike the other guy that I was drawing. His hair's just not all over the place like him. Okay, so if I do this, that would be him cartoony. And then if I send him through the shit, let's see, we'll duplicate that. The thing about it is that the actor that's inspiring me, his best look is when he's got like facial hair. And drawing him without it, because just all the source images that I had, they all have facial hair. That's all he has. It's like, God, dandruff. This man doesn't know how to shave. Let's see, but he's got a movie coming out, so I have a chance. I have a shot at getting. Let's see. Now, if he's going through the shit, I'm gonna make him look rough. There we go. We'll use a little bit of that. Actually, yeah, he would have been, let's see, that's a little dark for him. Let's color him. I have time for this. I should be working on actually what the guy looks like. Okay, let's do this. Let me clear. We'll turn those off for now. Okay, I think my hand is loosened up a bit. All right. Okay, so the person I was doing before, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a Disney looking type of thing. I think I'll save this for when I do, what is it called? When I do my, what is it called? Oh, Valedictorian. When I do my Valedictorian story. Okay, so for this guy, I'm going to try drawing with a square instead of a circle. Because he's got like really angular features, and I just want to remember to stay square, even though I'm rounding stuff up. It's just weird to see this particular actor without facial hair. It's like I've seen nothing but 7 seasons, 7 years worth of this guy with facial hair, and then all of a sudden it's like, who's this dude? Who's the new guy? Okay. Alright. So I think what I'll do is draw him and then do the colors. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to do outlines, or because I suck at outlines, oh my god, but outlines make it stand out. Let's see if I can draw him in. Let's see. And his nose is like that. I want to keep it simple enough so I can draw him pretty fast. The cool thing about drawing digitally is that I can do I can look at the video. It's like, okay, this is how you did it, but it goes so fast I might not be able to. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking here. There we go. And then he's got a kind of crooked smile. I think that's what I was missing, is that the personality. So I want this guy to kind of be lighthearted. Kind of remind me of a bear, like a teddy bear, grizzly bear, teddy grizzly bear. Why not? Teddy bear before he goes through the shit, grizzly bear afterwards. Okay. His eyebrows, or his brow, is so heavy that it'll do this to his eyes. It kind of gives him like a hooded look. Let's see, and the pattern of his eyebrows kind of curls like that. Comes around. Let's see, try to keep it symmetrical. Alright, his face is just a little wide. Let me see if I can make it a little narrower. Let's see. Whoops. I think that's just about it right there. We gotta raise this part up. Almost got the likeness. Alright, let's see. I've got a lot of face on the sides here. Let's do this. Bring it in. It's not comic book gritty enough for me. Let's see. Let me try something. How do I have to make him a little bit more angular, I think, to get that comic book grittiness. Yeah, I started having fun with making the monsters, And I wanted to have my like knockdown drag out fight that I had created in the thumbnails. I just ran out of time. And then I found another way of making monsters, taking like realistic photos and then adding them with the look, and then I started getting like really fun monsters. I'm like, oh my god, I should have did this a long time ago. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad it's over, sad it's over, because I don't get to draw that guy anymore. I'm gonna have to find another character for him. Let's see, we'll give him this. I think his eyes are just too open. Let's see, they should be open in for well, for seeing, duh. Now, they should be open, you know, and bright because he's like a newbie, and then we'll get him all squinty-eyed and squished and bruised up, and let's see. And I think, okay, so here's our dude. We'll do this sort of thing. I think I need to darken up his face a bit. Let's see. Uh-oh. Get rid of my thing easier. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just closing a few windows. Alright. And just keep the ones over desperately need. Okay, I don't want him to look too much like a Ken doll, but you know, it is what it is. When you're good looking, what can you do? Alright. Or maybe he thinks he's just so, I'm just so good looking. Oh my gosh, I'm so. Hot. I don't know what to do with myself. But yeah, yeah, I fell in love with the main character. He was such a douche. Okay, so this guy here. Alright, man, he's gonna... So here he is, all nice and clean. And then we need to throw him to the Wickinator, the John Wickinator. Okay, so he will be wearing a, we can throw him in a vest and stuff in a sec. Okay, so I need to be able to draw him at every angle. I can play with that in a bit. Let's see, his nose comes up. And if I was doing what he usually looks like, let's see, maybe this will maybe give it away. We'll do another layer on top of him. Let me see. Let's see if you guys will guess who he is. And if you can't guess it, I'll go ahead and tell you in a sec. Let me see. It's like, yeah, that's the guy, that's the guy. Okay, let's color him. La 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 la. And maybe that might make it a little bit more obvious. God, I haven't worked in color in so long. I don't know if I can even do it. Okay, let's see. What can I do for you? I can do. What can I do for you? It's a little smaller. Zoom in. Let's see. Not quite my type yet. Let's see. We'll use. I want to use the favorite skins. Yes. And we'll use this. Now he's almost giving off Channing Tatum vibes, but it's not Channing Tatum. And it's not... I think his eyes are too wide open for any of that. Let's see. And give it another layer. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll do the linear burn. And we'll drop the opacity to 30. Maybe black would work better. Brown's not too bad. He looks almost like Ryan Reynolds here. Not quite, just a little, but no, that's not him. Which means I'm not achieving my goal. Let's see. We use brown. Yeah, we use that brown. Almost like Clint Eastwood, like a young Clint Eastwood, but nope. Let's see if we can get these guys to merge a bit. Let's see. I think my nose may be too narrow for the likeness. Let's see. Yeah. And usually he's very serious looking. A very serious fella. Let's see, it's usually dark on him in this area. And yeah, this area right here, he's pretty dark. And around the edges, let's see, we'll even, nah, we won't rough up his skin too much. Okay, we'll soften it up a bit. Looks soft. Let's see, oops. On the right layer. There we go. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Am I on the right layer? Yeah, he looks like Clint Eastwood's son. We take off the beard here. Let's see. Grab you. Just kind of some color around here. Let's see. We'll use that brush. But this isn't like the anime look that I was thinking of. If I was going to do that, I'd have to just do solid tones here. Solid tones, and let me see. Hide that, hide that. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Oops, let me keep these guys together. And then we'll just turn them off. Let's see, if I was doing the anime, I'd have to have at least 2 or 3 colors. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm not quite at, what is the word? The likeness just yet. And that's fine. I think I can get away with him being the tone that he is. Let's see, we'll give it more of a, let's see, should it be like an in-between tone? About like right there for the mid-tone. He's very peachy. Too peachy. Let's see, let me clear that. Oops. We hit select. Okay. And then come up here. We'll see. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a, what is it called? Flat shading. And that would bring in the anime aspect. And drop that opacity. Oops, wrong layer. Let's see, I need this to be linear burn, and we'll drop it to 15 this time. There we go, that's not bad. And then, if he's flat shading, we'll say that it's the light's coming down on top of him, down here. Let's see, and then definitely under his eyes here. Let's see. Let me see if I can find one of my favorite animes. And maybe that might inspire me to how I can color this. Because I basically want to do the flat shading and maybe a highlight. Let me see. Alright. Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. And just to give myself some options on how I want him to look. Nah. I like a combination of... So now this would make it go really fast. You just pretty much two tones. Maybe some blushies. Let's see. But also, the way it's shaded determines the genre too. So like the hard shadows and stuff like that, that's more of the boys comics, and then the other ones are more, you know, with the softer are more girls. But if you have a combination of both, and I'd have to stay consistent. Let me see, maybe if I go to my Pinterest. I think I'd saved a few art tippy type things too. We'll let that do its thing. Oops. And yeah, I get a lot of ideas off of Pinterest. The different ways to tie my one character's tie I got from Pinterest. Let's see. I think it was under here. And that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, so my daughter wanted to buy a book, and wanted me to send my books, my art books to her. But when I moved, I ended up losing a lot of my books. I was going to give them away, and then I just couldn't. I didn't have the transportation to move them, so I ended up throwing them away. God, it feels like I sinned by doing that, because that's just a lot of artwork that someone else could have benefited from. How to draw books, just art books in general that would give you ideas on inspiring. Okay, this ain't too long. Let's see. Look at that. I like it. I like it. So one of the ways that I would try to come up with something that I liked, I would look at something I liked. What was that? Or Webtoons and things like that inspired me. And I'm like, ooh, what brings me back? What makes me like this style? Okay, I'm done with this. It's taking too long. Just have a lot of windows open and a lot of my computer's like, I can better keep it together. Yeah, but I've got some pins here. Come on now. I think I need to organize it better into more colors. Oh well. I was hoping. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. So I kind of like this method right here. So they've got 1, 2, maybe 3 shades that they've used. And it's just different lighting. I'm using more of a top-down. I think these are more of the top-downs. Ooh, I hate that. I do like this one though. Okay, so dark neck. It's lit here, dark here. Okay, that makes sense. But he doesn't have anything over his head to do that. La 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 la. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, so trying to keep it simple. Let's go ahead and use like a reddish tone. More diffused. So we'll drop that down a bit. And we'll give him some tones. We'll use the soft skin brush. And we'll hit it into places where we know that there'll be blood. There. I may as well just color it the way I like it. Pump it. Even though it's going to take me freaking forever. Okay. I guess flat shading is flat shading, huh? Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll clean up my lines. Let me do that. Duplicate this and bring you down here. These guys can go spit because I don't like them, but then again we'll just keep them as a comparison. So we'll turn that one off. This one I'm going to smear the shit out of and just kind of I'll merge these guys all together. Oh, that looks creepy. Number 7 looks creepy. Hold up. It's like, ooh. Okay, anyway, turn them back on, or else I'll lose everything. Let's see, I had that one and that one. I think this one needs to be a little lighter for the base skin tone. Yeah, we'll do that. No, actually, we'll add highlights. Bump it. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll merge these 3 together. What did this guy look like? Okay, back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and smear like the wind. Oops, that's not smearing. Okay. And what I'm basically doing is just kind of adding my own tones to it by using the lines that are strays. And it'll clean that up. And I think I'll end up making him a little grittier looking than he is. There we go. Just kind of smudge into the shadows. And then the others I'll just go ahead and trash. Let's see. If I can't use you, I'll blend you away. Away with you. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more shadows and the highlights. And it's funny, this could change. This might not be the dude. May not be the dude. May not be the dude. And I think I'm going to use the same brushes that I used in the other comic. Let's see. I don't know. Would this look better with colored lines instead of black? It couldn't hurt. Let's see. Let's try brown instead. We'll use like the reddish brown. Just do this sort of thing. And then maybe the darker brown. And I think that's what this guy's missing. Alright, let's throw the highlight in there. Let's see, we'll throw it about right here. Just anywhere we think the light's going to hit it. So about, make that smaller. He's got blue eyes. We'll give him like blue-green eyes. Alright. He's coming along. He's got the kind of face that I want to beat up. Actually, no, he's not there yet. We need to make him more douchey. Let's make his eyes... Let's see, he thinks he's the shit. Why not? Let's see. Not everybody's overconfident, Kim. Don't have to be a douche to be adorable. Okay. Alright. I think we need to like kind of harden his eyes, but also kind of soften them too. Where is that brush? There it is. Let's see. He's kind of got like blondish brown hair. Let's see. Let me go to my palettes. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Not emissions. There it is. We use this one. There we go. And I used like something like this, and we'll use like a brown in that. We need another layer. Give me layers. Okay. I'm trying to work on this tall, dark, and handsome type thing. Okay, so so he's going to have eyebrows that kind of curl this way, come around, and let's see if he had the facial hair. But I don't think cops have that Let's see. Was I using white? Damn it. Forgot how to do blondes. I've been working in black and white for so long. Alright, sorry about that. I lost my chat. Lost me chat. Get off me Facebook, Kim. I think it crashed. Oh, there it is. Thought I lost you forever. Okay, now I got an excellent connection per this thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. He's a little pink. Let's throw a little bit of red in there, like he's just came out of Florida. Let's see, and we'll throw a soft skin brush on him. And we'll drop the opacity a bit. Okay, so next person I want to work on is the female lead. There we go. So like a combination of this and brown is what I need. But let's see, we'll leave off the facial hair for now. Let's see. But if I love that, I'm going to have to break his nose. Okay. Let's see. We need stuff on this dude. I don't want the facial hair on there just yet. Oops. Cancel. And what layer were we working on this one? Let's see. Make him a little darker. And we'll throw a highlight in here. See if I can capture this dude. Brown, brown, brown. The orangey brown. So that look right there. It's not orangey enough. Let's go back to my other palette. set that color. I kind of like it. Okay, so like orangey brown. Back to the disc. Back to the disc you go. Back to disc you go. It's about, yeah, I think that's not too bad. Let's see, what colors can I sacrifice? You. I choose you. Okay. And brush. How do I... There we go. Okay, so let's see. Okay. A little bit of Disney, a little bit of anime, not a lot. Let's see, just a little. Right here is where I need some attention. Oops. Let's see. Let's make his hair. We're going to use the stubble on the sides of his head. Oops, wrong color. So like maybe light brown. And then a little bit of gold. And a little bit of brown. And we'll switch to the short hairbrush instead. There we go. Yeah, he really does look like Ryan Reynolds in this picture. That's not intentional. Let's see. I'll switch it to fine hairbrush and a little bit of blonde-ish. Just erase a few of these little lines here. And then we'll just go ahead and smudge the hair so it looks thicker. And I'm going to use the short hairbrush to smudge that bad boy. And we'll just smudge it here a bit. It's shorter on the sides than it is on the top. And then we'll just throw a few more strands of a little bit of brown, a little bit of gold, using the fine hairbrush. There we go. And again, things might change until I can figure out how to draw him successfully from virtually every angle. Okay, so soften, soften, soften. Favorite skins, right here. Just want to kind of soften this black. Not a fan of black on this. It's like it takes away. He kind of reminds me of Milo Ventimiglia. How he can also look, what is it called, rugged, but also like pretty at the same time. Okay, let's see where I've gone wrong. Let me check out my source image. Okay. I need that orangey brown. Let's see, where did I put you? Right here. Throw in a few more, drag that out a bit, bring it over to his cheekbones. Let's see. Alrighty. So for those of you who are just joining, hi, my name is Kim Pinkney. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a new webcomic. Just trying to establish what my characters are going to look like. Let's see. You know, in using source images is kind of rough with the webcomic, because if you're using like photographs, things like that, the actors, actresses, models, people in general, they don't always have the same lighting as what your scene has. Learn that the hard way. There we go. And we'll soften that. He may end up lighter or darker depending, and that's one of the things I like about anime is that they're flexible. They can get away with little detail in order to get the job done, and you got to when you're doing animation. And then with the comics, I need to stay consistent. So let's see. We'll give his lips a little bit more of a rosier tone. He's got pink lips. But how pink? I don't want him to look like too effeminate. So I think I'll just pull whatever he's got on his cheeks here and mix it in with this pink here. So it's kind of, let's say about like right here. We'll just throw in some hints here. Let's see. And we'll just drop this down. And we'll just enough to tint his lips. And then we'll put it somewhere else on his face. Oops, that's too dark. Drop it down a little bit. There we go. Now with the black and white, I was able to use and reuse faces and recycle. with this, depending on where he is, it may change the color of his face. So I might not be able to have that same luxury as I had with the other one. Okay, so let's see, I think his eyes are just a little too open. Let's see, we'll bring that up. And I keep saying that, like, the hero should be a little squintier, or at least this guy, maybe he needs to be a little squintier. So let's see if we can squint his eyes up a bit. I'm going to smudge instead of erase. There we go. Just close them up a bit. And then I'll just sample that tone, and we'll color that on in. And we'll just redo the color in his eyes. Let's see. His eyes are blue-green. Ooh, excuse me. There it is. And see, I'll just set this. It might be the same as that one, but that's okay. I'm going to sample a couple of the skin tones here so I can use them for later. So I kind of liked this tone here for the base tone. So I'll do that for this. There we go. So that'll be his base tone. Or actually, this is his base tone, his mid-tone. Let's see, and we'll bring this down here. I don't know if I'm going to use that. All right, there we go. Just need to close those eyes up a bit. Okay, so I need to open them a little bit so we can see, because he looks kind of hazy. Let me go back to my helping hand. We'll set that as the default, and we'll go back. There we go. Yeah, so he's supposed to be a detective. Let's see. And he went into law enforcement with a friend of his. And I guess it was a mutual thing. They both wanted to do it. Or I can't tell if he was doing it because he was following his friend. But I can see that if anything ever happened to his friend, that he'd feel lost. I guess we all would. But him more so. Maybe that his friend took the lead on a lot of things. I don't know. Now, I'm weird. When I draw, I come up with different ideas and things like that for the characters. It's like, it kind of justifies why they are the way they are. Maybe he has like these sleepy looking eyes, so maybe people don't take him as seriously. Maybe he's a little pretty. That could be another reason why people don't take him seriously. Or things came easy for this guy, so he's got this confidence that he can get through anything and get anything, you know, type of thing. Sometimes that happens to the best of us. Let's see. And it also will, coming up with little things like that, will also dictate how I have them carry themselves in the stories, how I have them look. Let's see, his nose isn't too broad, but it's not that thin either. So, let's see. Throw a little bit more of this orangey tone here on the sides. Glamour shot. Yeah, I think the other comic would have done exceptionally better if I had it in color. Live and learn, live and learn. Okay. See, I'm never gonna let up on that, I guess. not on myself. Color, damn it, color. But it was definitely an experience. Yeah, so what Tatted Heart says, stop making love to my art. Hell no. I'm gonna lust after my art if I can. Every opportunity I can. That's what gets me out of bed, damn it. It makes me have to wash my hands. Absolutely. Not the only reason, though. Just saying, sometimes you just don't want to shake certain folks' hands after seeing my characters. No, I digress. So yeah, here's our dude thus far, and let me see. If you're curious about learning on who my source image is, if you couldn't guess already, like and subscribe. You'll learn. you'll come across it. He almost looks like Brad Pitt, but it's not Brad Pitt. At least not intentionally. Brad Pitt would not be a bad idea, too. I wouldn't mind staring at him for days on end. At least the younger version of him. No, not quite Brad Pitt, but god damn it, it looks close. Maybe I should use Brad Pitt. He's pretty tight. But he's pretty. He's crazy pretty. Or at least he was. Let's see. Alright, I need to fix this nose. It's the tip of the nose here. It's not getting me my, the shape that I want. Let's see. So about like right here is that tone. Let me bring this down. Right, and I need that orangey brown like right there. I think that's the tone. Need a better bed. There's that dark brown. Okay, switch brushes. Oops, down, up. There we go. And I think what I'll do is I'll see if I can get to a point where I can simplify this. So it's something that I can draw quickly and then color just as fast. Yeah, because I also learned that I'll like go balls deep on a certain look and then can't remember how I got that look. And it's like, damn it, damn it. Okay. He looks absolutely nothing like the actor, which is fine. I can live with that. Okay. Alright. need that darker. That dark. See, I don't want to give him Trump orange. Just something a little bit more like he just came out from outside. Athletic kind of guy. Dad owns a dealership kind of guy. So is that the same tone as that one? No. Okay. Okay, I just need to bring his nose out a bit more. It's like, hey, my dad does own a dealership. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. So I want this to be the kind of cop that pulls me over. So, you know what you were doing wrong? Yeah. I've been going through life without your phone number. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, maybe this is not a good time to draw cops right now, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and there's this one scene in here that is going to speak volumes about what's going on in the world, and it's weird how art imitates life. Okay, so I'll show you guys how I got to where I am. Go ahead and do a replay. And I'll see if, kind of talk you through it. So just to kind of warm myself up a bit, I started drawing in a style that was a potential for this, but I think it'll work better with a different story. And while this is replaying, I'll get my shoes on and get ready for work. But yeah, I wanted to do more of like a Disneyer look on this one, but I don't think this is what it should have. It should be on. I think I'm going to use it for my Valedictorian, which is more of a youthful looking group. Valedictorian is my idea of what if the kids from Dungeons and Dragons were bad kids instead of good kids, and just playing with the idea that the world needs better bad guys, and so there's a school for it. These kids are recruited, groomed, taken to another world, and then set loose back on the world that we know of, or world of my choosing. Haha. Okay, so this guy here, his name is William, and I don't think that the beard gave it away. And no, it's not Stephen Amell. Would also be a really good looking guy. I think without all the bruises and without the swarthy looking skin, yeah, he's looking fresh faced. It's going to be hard to recognize the actor, which is fine, but he looks like a cross between several different actors, and I kind of like that. don't know. But I think I'll draw some more of him. But live, I'll draw the female actor that is, or actress, that's going to be his love interest, partner, friend, homie, lover, friend. Not even lover. But we'll see what we come up with. But thanks you guys for joining me. Tatted Hearts and Ian, thank you so much for popping in. Your guys' support always means a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. I have to vamoose to work. And this is just a little doodle for helping hands. And I hope you guys will check out this comic when it finally comes out. I was working on other things here. Let me just take up a little bit of time here and just show you what some of the other things were. I was doing the thumbnails and also learned that if you throw the text on first, you can work around that and do your artwork. This was going to be the original William and sidekick, but he came up with a different other character, so I'm kind of liking what he came up with. Jamie. I don't know. He looks a little too old. I don't know, maybe not. But I like the color palette for him. But it is a little effeminate for a comic book. I gotta ask him who his audience is. Does he want to appeal to kids? Does he want to appeal to teenagers? Does he want to appeal to just adults? Is the subject, I gotta find out that information, and then I should be able to proceed further with what he should really look like. So right now, this is where I am. I'm in between beat up and sugar. He's not rugged enough. But that's something I'm going to have to play with later. I think if I darken up the eyes in the eye area and stuff, and maybe throw in more of the facial hair, but maybe not completely facial hair, maybe like stubble, 5 o'clock shadow, that might not be a bad idea. But yep, that's where I am so far. You guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.